payroll and benefits. So I want to explain this a little bit. We had a speaker here who I wish had stayed to hear the explanation.
Cowards don't stick around for that.
The city's finance and procedure manual states that personal service line items shall require separate city council approval from other transfers and shall be accompanied by written explanation, regardless of dollar amount or percentage of budget line appropriation. The on-call transfer request is placed on the finance agenda rather than under consent for the council to provide an opportunity to review it and discuss it. Now, I also want to point out that the executive employee resolution has not been revised or rescinded since its adoption on February 9th, 2023, and the subsequent update to address an error on February 21st, 2023. The city attorney has provided an opinion. However, an opinion is not a resolution. It doesn't do anything per se. So I would suggest that we take steps to either rescind or revise the resolution. There have been no steps taken by council thus far to create any changes to the resolution, which is the employment contract for the deputies. Finance, I just want to make sure everybody understands this. Finance did not provide funds for deputy on-call pay in the 2024 budget, except for the Department of Public Works. So please keep all of this in mind. We have brought this transfer request forward on the finance agenda because Section 4.4.8 of the City Charter, I, as the Finance Commissioner, am charged with maintaining a balanced budget. To that end, the Finance Department has to ensure that all the lines that are in red have to be not in red. So, due to a timing of processing of on-call pay for 2023, the Mayor's Department and the Accounts Department have incurred these expenses in 2024. The Budget Director thus drafted an email to the Accounts Department alerting them to the need for a budget transfer to remedy the deficit in their budget line. And the same obviously has to be for the Mayor's Department. We have here Mayor's on-call pay, which in 2024 shows a negative of $1,002.80, and accounts on-call pay, which shows a negative of $1,128.15. So right now what we are trying to do is move those monies from accounts from the Director of Risk and Safety Funds to cover on-call pay. Now, keep in mind that while the original request was for 6,000 something, the amount that is actually going to get transferred is to make sure that the line is no longer in red is $1,128.15. So I am making that correction here. But again, we're not trying to do anything nefarious. I'm simply doing my job. These funds were in the red. We are ensuring that they are not in red as per the City Charter. Are there any?
Are you making a motion?
No, she's making a statement that the guy continues to defame us.
Commissioner, can I just ask a quick question?
Well, no, wait.
One second.
We have to have a motion and then a second, and then we can.
Apologies.
Right. Sorry. I'm just making sure, I'm able to say my piece here. So lines 1 to 4, accounts cover on-call pay from Director and Risk and Safety Funds, and the amount is not $6,520, but $1,128.15. Again, like I said, to cover what was in red. Lines 3 to 4, Finance, IT, cover overtime shortfall due to staffing shortages from Microcomputer Systems Manager. I move to approve the budget transfers, payroll, and benefits.
Is there a second to that?
Second.
Okay, now we can discuss that.
Yes.
So
I've explained the context.
Yes, yes. So this has to do with the matter
Accounting.
that we discussed, that we got an opinion, and I guess we kind of kicked the can down the road. And your suggestion is that we do something else to fix that?
So if you want to fix it, you should either rescind the resolution or revise the resolution. I strongly recommend that if that's what you want to do, then that's what we should do. But because, again, we may not exist here, but if the resolution is there, it can be used in the future to pay on-call pay to deputies.
And we're not going to rescind something that is the fundamental employment contract for our deputies. So that the idea that we rescind anything is nonsense.
So
The fact of the matter is we've discussed this. We've
Yeah.
discussed a method to address this. The attack on us was absolutely defamatory. The notion that an accounting line change would be presented to anybody as anything other than accounting line transfer.
How did this 62?
I don't know.
How did that get in
I
there?
believe it was just transferring the money. Do you think I do this stuff? I'm not
Okay,
involved in these things.
I'm assuming here what happened is, wait, I have the
But the point
email
is
that
you
was
got a
sent.
line that's negative too. So is he going to write an article about you transferring your money over into that line?
Well, it has to be
One at a-
transferred.
Commissioner, one at a time, please.
So the budget director sent an email to the accounts department saying the following line needs a transfer to cover payroll line, and they were provided the line on call and the amount. Now, because on-call pay, the original amount was $6,520, I believe the person just redid it instead of,
So it was a mistake?
realizing that it was only to cover the shortfall and not for the whole amount.
Okay.
This is my assumption. I have no idea what goes on in people's minds, but based on, sort of trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, this is what I believe may have happened.
Okay.
Again, like I said, we fixed it. We're
Okay.
not putting in the amount. We just have to put in the amount that
That was negative
is
from the
negative.
previous year.
And again,
Yeah, I get
we
that.
will need a resolution from you all too, to a budget transfer for you all to do that.
So we'll have to do that another night, right, another day?
Yes, but it has to happen for all because that's required by our charter.
Yes, okay, and that balances the budget for last year?
For
Okay.
this year,
Or for this year?
yes,
Okay.
as we are in it.
Okay, so the on-call issue, I thought we had settled that.
We did.
At least,
There is no problem. Again,
The way we have settled it is that we have not funded it. So if there is no
Right.
funds for it, nobody's putting it, forward.
okay,
I think everybody sort of agreed to that. However, if you want to change it, you have that ability to bring forth a new resolution or revise a resolution or rescind.
Maybe if we didn't have like all of that going on and the Attorney General going on and, any number of things that have been put in front of the city, maybe we could look at this little nuanced thing here. It's not important. It's literally background noise and people trying to obfuscate us and the attention of the community away from the issue at hand.
I thought that
which
we
is
were-
we have previous members of the administration of our government who have harmed people, who have done harm to people, and it's been acknowledged by the Attorney General. And they're trying to throw anything up in the air they possibly can
Commissioner,
to distract people from
Commissioner,
that fact.
we're on this motion right now, so we
Yeah, well, I
have to
know, and I'm
stand.
talking. It's a discussion.
So,
You asked how we got here, and I'm explaining to you how we got here.
okay, so what we need to do, and I did think you were going to come up with some
We
suggestions,
will.
right?
It doesn't matter right now. It's not important. That man's time schedule is not ours.
Okay, but
We
for
run
right
to
now,
we run to our own timing right
yeah,
now, right?
believe me, I understand. So, so for right now, there's no funding in on-call for this year?
That is correct, sir.
Okay.
And hasn't been since we passed the budget last year. So this whole
Yeah, it goes away.
mountain.
No, it
is
never
not-
was an issue.
It doesn't exist right now.
Okay, so is there any more discussion on this?
I believe.
My
Mr.
question was
Cole-
answered. Thank you.
Okay. And again, Commissioner Cole, I'm happy to answer anytime.
Okay.
There's a
So we're
finance
transferring
question.
11/28/15.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. So is there any more discussion on this? I'll call a vote on it. Everybody in favor of this, say aye.
Aye.
Any say no? No, that matter passes.